Are you looking at making money while you sleep with virtually no effort at all? Do you also want something that is nearly risk-free and guaranteed to generate monthly income? If you answered yes to either of those questions, this video is going to be right in your wheelhouse. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Travis Delwin, your go-to guide for personal finance tips. And today, we're diving into what I believe is the best passive income strategy for 2024, and that is Treasury yield ETFs. So grab your notebook and let's get into it. First things first, what are Treasury yield ETFs? In simple terms, these are exchange-traded funds that invest in U.S. Treasury bonds. They're known for their safety and stable returns in the stock market. Now, why are they ideal for passive income? Because they offer something precious: regular monthly dividends and a lower risk profile compared to stocks. Let's talk specifics. There are three ticker symbols that I highly recommend to consider checking out, and these are SGOV, TBIL, and TFLO. These three securities can be found on almost every investment platform, such as Robinhood, Webull, Charles Schwab, and more. Each of these also offers unique features and steady dividends, which is ideal for someone looking to add an additional income source. SGOV focuses on short-term Treasury bonds, TBIL on Treasury bills, and TFLO on floating rate notes. Each of these has its own dividend yield, which I will discuss right now on NASDAQ.com. Here, we can look at the annual dividend yield and annual dividend income for each ETF. Taking a look at SGOV, the dividend yield is 5.09% and roughly $5.12 of annual dividends per share. So, if you owned one share right now of SGOV at $100.67, you would expect $5.12 in total payments in 1 year. Looking at TBIL, it has a dividend yield of 5.31% and an annual dividend of $2.66. And lastly, we got TFLO with a dividend of 5.37% and an annual dividend of $2.72. All of these securities have a great dividend yield, and you could potentially go with any of the options I listed. However, my personal preference is SGOV. And since we're talking about SGOV, let's go ahead and run a mock scenario of investing in this ETF. Let's say you've been working for a year or two and have around $10,000 to invest. You are upset that your savings account is only making $1 or $2 in interest every month, so you decide to put your money in SGOV. Well, based on SGOV's current annual dividend yield of 5.09%, you would be expecting to make roughly $42 monthly or $509 a year in effortless passive income. However, this number is based on historical performance and cannot be used the most accurately for a measure of future returns. Instead, I took into account the expected future interest rate probabilities based on CME FedWatch's tool on cmegroup.com. By using this factor, I estimated SGOV's future price depreciation and the future dividend payments that the ETF would be expecting to pay out. In simpler terms, if the Federal Reserve decides to decrease interest rates, this could lower SGOV's price and also the dividend yield, which can hurt your return. After doing my calculations, considering the interest rate probabilities, the 1-year return of investing in SGOV would yield you a return of approximately $466.87, and the average monthly dividend you would receive is $38.91. Keep in mind, this is if you had an initial investment of $10,000. As you can see, this would be a great stream of income for someone who wants to get started in the stock market with lower risk. With Treasury yield ETFs, you also have the opportunity to reinvest your dividends into more shares, which can increase your return even more. But let's be honest, this passive income is not massive, however, it's steady and reliable. And that is the beauty of passive income through Treasury yield ETFs. So to recap, Treasury yield ETFs like SGOV, TBIL, and TFLO can be a fantastic strategy for generating income in 2024. They offer monthly dividends, a lower risk profile, and the backing of government bonds. Plus, with platforms like Robinhood, investing has never been easier. But as with any investment, it's crucial to stay informed about factors like economic conditions and other factors that can impact your returns. Always do your research and consider speaking to a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Everything shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this deep dive. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe for more financial insight. Also, share your thoughts and questions about Treasury yield ETFs or if you want to see any other type of personal finance video in the near future. Until next time, keep building your financial knowledge.